All right, let's do this. So we are talking today about promoting your listings. I want to show you some of the tools that you have available to you through our OneSuite login. I actually had to log in as someone else so that I could show the listings. All right, so inside of OneSuite, the first place we're going to go is we are going to go to we're going to go to the print center. Okay, so this is one place that you can use to promote your listings. Obviously, inside of OneDesign and OneDesign Print Center, we have several options, flyers, different things available to you, but there's one option that if you turn it on, it automatically creates promotional material for you, which saves you time, especially if you're not very techy. It sets you up for success. So we're just waiting for it to get into here. So again, we went into the your user portal, your OneDesign or your One login, and then went to the print center. So you've got the creative studio and the print center. Inside the creative studio, that's where you can create your own flyers, update other ones, but the print center has a little more plug and play options. And if you're like, as we get through this, you're gonna be like, Amy, these aren't the best flyers. I agree, they aren't like the most amazing flyer in the world, but if you could set something and not have to worry about it and it creates things for you, all you have to do is go in there and pull it, and you're actually using those materials because you didn't have to go in there and create it, then it doesn't matter if it's not the most modern looking flyer ever. It's the fact that it's done for you. Now, keep in mind too, when you log in, check this up. Check this up. Wow, my English today. Okay, look, level up your marketing. This is just bonus content. Schedule campaigns now offers 8.5 by 5.5 large postcards. So you can set that up to go out to your leads on a regular basis. You just hit the enroll now. So I'm just throwing that out there. It's got some cool features in here. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go into, at the top, we're going to click on My Listings. Okay. Inside of My Listings, I don't think Shannon has hers turned in. I'm actually logged in as Shannon today. So I don't think she has hers set up appropriately, but let's go into... Oh, there. So it's going to be under programs and it's the APM. So let's go there first. I believe that's where we're going to set it up, is under programs and then APM. So here's your marketing events. Here's your APM profile. That's where you would want to go. So we're going to click on that there. So I'm going to click on the little profile under APM profile. Here's where you can set up all the details for this. This is where you put in your contact information. You can put in your headshot. If you're going to mail stuff out, it can include or resident. What that means is if it's going to mail something or select houses to mail to it, it's going to put like John Smith or resident on there. So it's not just directed. So you can decide how you want that set up. When you come down here to postcards, if we click the little arrow, here's where it's going to give you your options for new listing, price change, open house, or sold. Okay, and if we want to change that template, we just click change template. Okay, and it's going to pop up like, do you want postcards small, postcards large, postcards extra large? You can select what it's going to mail out for you. We can change template here. Okay, so you can change what it's going to mail out. You can choose the mailing class over here. Remember, your standard class is going to be cheaper. It takes a little longer to hit the addresses. For the most part, though, they still go out in like a week. Occasionally, it takes a little bit longer. So there's that, and you've got your coding options, your high gloss or none. Can you guys see my screen? Can you throw it in the chat box if you can see my screen? Now I'm just waiting. All right, nope. All right, let's try stopping the share and let's reshare. Hold on. That's funny, Crystal, that you commented on that at the same time that I was asking about it. But let's throw this back out here. But here is those postcards, right? So on the right-hand side, you can choose standard, high gloss, and then you can change like default mailing lists. Okay, and then you can also set, like if you want default comments in here, that's where you would click on here, you would throw those comments in here, hit apply, and then those would go on every postcard for your default. And then also you can choose how many you want to send out, how many it's going to create for you. Okay, same thing here with flyers. You can select your flyers here. So it's got like new listing, price change, open house, and sold. Now, I would recommend, see here how the new listing is different than like the price change. I would recommend that your flyers are very similar to each other because that's just good branding. That's same thing with those postcards. You want it to be the same every time. And then how many is it going to create for you? Now, you can set this up. It's not going to automatically do this for you. You can also choose the coding options. If you want to change templates, we just click on this. Okay. And you can change up what that looks like. There's a 5 photo. There's another gray colored one and that one. Okay. Scroll on down. You've got brochures. You've got social media. It's going to automatically create templates for you for posting. You can set your default URL, which should be your website. We're going to talk about that more tomorrow. Your image downloads. And then if you want to set up Facebook ads. Okay. Now, all you have to do is accept the terms and conditions and then hit subscribe. And then what that does is every time you have a listing, you're going to get a notification that a marketing package has been created for you. Okay. And if you do a price change or do an open house, it's going to let you know that as well, that those marketing materials are created for you. So it's this automated marketing program. Okay. So if we return to available events here in the upper right-hand corner, here, this takes us back to all the events that you can do. So like there was a price change done on Jamboree. And if we want to edit that, we just click the little edit button there next to that event that took place. Oh, I think it's too far. Oh, there we go. And then you can click like, what do you want to do? Do you want the flyers? Do you want the postcards? Do you want your social media? Okay, and then you click start customizing. It might be too far in the past. Oh, good, it's gonna let me do it. It's gonna automatically pull all the listing details over for you, which is fabulous. If you have problems, there's a little live chat you can go to. We're just waiting for it to load. My computer gets really slow when I'm sharing my screen on Zoom. It's old. It doesn't look that old, but it's old. We were talking about this the other day. It's like 10 years old or something like that. It's probably about time for a new one, but it works so well. Except this. Hold on. It's just thinking really hard. There we go. There, see, it pulls over all that information, price adjustment back on the market, assumable loan, bedrooms, bathrooms, address. It's got all your information in it. It doesn't have her website information. She needs to set that up. Not a big deal there. So if you want to edit that flyer, we just click the little edit button. Okay, that's going to edit it from one-sided to two-sided. If we want to change the template, we just click on the drop down here and we can change what that flyer looks like, and it's just going to update it for us. Okay, super simple. If we want to order these flyers, we would just change the number here. and then you continue on, or you can just download the proof. Okay, you don't have to order it. You can download it and print it yourself. That's not a problem. Okay. Next, we're just going to click go to social media. Oh, I've got to edit it, and let's see if this is where I edit. It wants some details in the. Okay, so I hit the little edit button here, and then it pops everything. Whoops. Hold on. So if we scroll down, that's where you can edit like what's in there, the address, if it pulled over some information that was inaccurate or you wanted to change what that said. And this is also where I can add in that website. It's usually not this clunky, but again, my computer's slow when I share on Zoom. I think everybody's computers are slow. So we're just going to put www.agentwebsite.com. We're going to wait for this to catch up with my keyboard. All right, and then we're just going to hit save. All right, there we go. Then we can continue on. So it takes you then to your social media options. Okay, it'll tell you if there's any errors. Okay, so super simple here. And like I said, once you get this set up, it just kind of auto-populates. It lets you know when these items are created. It's got your listing URL right here. It pulls it directly from whatever you want the website to be. I think this one's actually pulling it just from the general website, like Realty One Group Fox's website versus your specific website. So you may want to pull that in from your website so it takes you in, because that's a lead capture option there. Here's where you could put in like post comments. Here's your listing descriptions. You can add your accounts in here, but here's what I recommend. I recommend we copy to the clipboard and then post it for the social media postings, that you don't post it from here, because our social media sites don't like it being posted from third parties. So just kind of keep that in mind. But here's our price change. Okay, so you could change that or whatever. It's saying that image is not high enough quality, but there's those. So you just hit edit. You could change out the photo. Okay, super cool there. And then once you've selected those items, you're just going to hit checkout if you were going to order items. Okay. Any questions about that? So again, that's inside of the print center. Okay, and then the APM marketing. Now the other thing that you can do is, we're going to go back into print center. I think if I would have clicked on Xpress Docs, it would have taken me back to the home page. I've got some other options for you guys. So if you're like, oh, I knew about this already, that's all right. We're going to cover a couple other ways to promote your listings here in a moment. All right, so we're going to go back into our automated marketing. So again, we're back inside of the print center. I'm just going to click on automated marketing. Oh, it took me away from the pretty page. The other one had the pretty page. It's not taking me back in there, but here's where you can edit any of those situations, right? For price change, new listing. So that allows you to edit them, or you can trash it if you're done with it, you can like throw it away. Otherwise it starts that thing. So we're going to go, let's see, my listings. Oh, that's because I clicked on automated marketing. So now from the top bar, I selected my listings. That's going to bring us back to the pretty page. I was trying to figure out how to get back to the pretty page. Okay, here's all of the listings, right? So you got a listing in there. What we can do is we can go in here, like maybe we want this one. We're going to hit create marketing materials. Okay, so this was just from that black toolbar. And to my listing, so it takes them, it's a little prettier layout, and it's just going to take it to where it's going to disseminate your listing information. Although it appears to have taken me nowhere. All right, let's try that again. Was waiting to see if it was going to load something else up. Okay, so this is just pulling me back here, and I can pick a marketing material, and I can pull in the details from my listing. I thought it did a little different, but you want to go to that APM to have the automated stuff created for you. So that's inside of Xpress Docs. That's the easiest way to promote your listing from as far as getting flyers created. Now you can inside of either Xpress Docs or let's go OneDesign. If you click on OneDesign, just so you know, you can pull in all your details from your listing as well. So let's walk through that real quick because it will make it easier. In fact, I'm going to go back over here and click on my listing so I have those addresses. All right. And then this is, so that was in OnePrint, which is Xpress Docs, and this is in OneDesign, which OneDesign will pull it into Xpress Docs if you're going to print something, but this one has some other options for you as far as flyers and stuff that you can create. Social media posts. If you haven't gone in there and played with both of these, the Xpress Docs, the Print Center, and the OneDesign, go in there and play with them, because outside of listings, especially inside of your Print Center, they've got a bunch of postcards with like recipes and sports schedules and like home maintenance tips. They've got a bunch of stuff in there for you. So this is, let's see, Shannon's dashboard, or if we wanted something else. So these are, the nice thing about this is that you can create folders. So maybe you have a new listing folder and you put all of the templates in there that you may want for that new listing. Okay, we just hit create folder. We would call it new listing. We would put in our new to the market flyer, our postcards, our social media posts, right? And then every time you have a new listing, okay, like I could go in here to try to see if we've got one that's old. I think that one's, let me double check. All right, perfect. So if this was in my new listing folder and I've got this flyer, all I have to do is hover over it and click the edit button. It's going to pull in that design for me. So, so this makes it super simple as well to make sure that you're promoting your listings and that you're keeping your branding consistent, right? So if we have a folder with all the templates we use for new listing, price adjustments, you know, under contract, whatever those are, the postcards, whatever we're going to use for those events, then all we have to do is go in there and update it each time we have a listing that passes through that event. And then our branding is consistent and we don't have to think about, well, what flyer was it that I used? So these save everything that you've done. And then, like I said, you can set up those template files really super simple. Okay, so here is this information here. If we go into, I think it's integrations. It's been a while since I've been in here. Here's where you can pull in that property. Okay, so if we want to go property search, we're going to plug in 7208 Browns Valley. It should auto-populate it once you start typing it in. We're going to click on it. Here, it's if we wanted to put in a headline, we could put that there. Make sure it's got the address, the description. Now, notice here it says, oh, you've exceeded the max character limit is 500. Okay. And then it says, so we've exceeded that. So it's going to cut that off. So you can say, hey, let's write it with AI. Or we can say, hey, let's just shorten this up. Now it's going to go through, look at it, and shorten it for us. Because we were at 1,168 excuse me, characters. So it's shortening that up for us. We still are too long, so we're going to say, hey, we want you to shorten it again. If you don't like what it's done, you can just hit the undo button here. I would recommend, I'm not going to do it today, but I would recommend reading over it to make sure that it makes sense and make sure that all the features are in there that you want it to. Otherwise, you can say, hey, write with AI, take, the property information. We're still a little too long. We've got 648. I wish when you said shorten, it would just cut it down to 500, but that's all right. Just having to go through this a couple times. Down here below, while it's doing that, it's still... Sometimes you're right, Crystal. It will sometimes go ahead and place it on the template longer than 500. And you can always edit it once it's on there as well. You could say, I could come up here. Oops, hold on. I can also say, right, I could have taken the original one, copied it, hit write with AI. And then I could say, take this and make it less than 500. And then, oops, paste it in there and then hit submit. Right, so I could have taken the original one and done this with it as well. It should cut it down to 500. But you can play around with it because it says max is 500, but oftentimes that space available, especially depending on your flyer that you've chosen, it is bigger than what is allowed there. Well, it's still got 556, probably because it didn't count the spaces, but we're just going to leave that alone. If we scroll down, you've got all the details for the property. You can make sure the agent information is accurate. If you want the office phone in there, add that. And then you get to select your photos. So maybe you're like, ooh, this picture is cool with the outdoor seating area. And I like the virtually staged living room. I like the overview because it shows that it's a nice property. And then I get to pick one more. Oh, that's a really pretty kitchen. Let's see here. I kind of like this picture of the kitchen, so I'm going to select that as number 4. And then I'm going to hit that, yes, I have permission. And then we're going to hit apply. Now it's going to take that flyer that already was created. It already had another listing in it. It's going to pull over all of this data into this listing instead. I think it's frozen, which isn't going to help my situation here, but that's all right. Let's give it, there we go. Uh oh, because I clicked on the other window. Let's pop back over. All right, so there it's got those photos. Notice that it placed them in order of how I grabbed them. So keep that in mind. Your first photo is going to be the one that it puts into this main spot. But now our flyer is already done. Ta-da! Magical. You can edit the photos in here. Okay, so just know that you can rearrange them or move them around. You can add stuff in there. So super simple. From here, you can download it up here, the upper right hand, or you can take it over to print it with Xpress Docs. Now, keep in mind, Xpress Docs is pretty cheap to print stuff. You're doing a lot of flyers. This is a good way to do it. I also would choose to send it out if I was doing postcards. I would send it directly from Xpress Docs. It's like cheaper than a stamp for them to print it and mail it out for you. You can upload your list, or you can use it to select the neighborhood and addresses for you. So anyways, super simple there. Once you're done, you hit that save button and it's going to save it as that template that we were using. So super simple. If you had all your templates pre-chosen and saved, you could go in there and update something pretty simply and easily. All right. Any questions there about OneDesign or Print Center? All right. Perfect. The other place that you can go is into OneSuite. So let's click on OneSuite. This is our free CRM or contact relationship manager through Realty One Group that you have access to. It doesn't cost anything. You can put all your contacts in here. It also has some other tools and things that you can utilize inside of this. If you get to this screen, just be patient. It will log you in automatically once you're already logged in. It looks like you need to click on it and log in again, but just be patient. I am not patient, so I've clicked on it many times. All right. So here, if we come over here to the left-hand toolbar, we have promote your listings. Here is your active listings. You've got active and sold. Okay, so here we can email the listing. We can promote your listing with Realforce. There's a cost associated with that. You can boost your listing with HomeSpotter, create templates in Creative Studio, right? So from here, we could go straight over to Creative Studio. We can also order print marketing from Xpress Docs. So those two options where we were just in, you can get to from inside of OneSuite with your active listings. You can share your listings on social media. Okay. You can generate a custom flyer. You can generate a property QR code from here. Okay. So if we click on that, we're going to hit view. Here it's going to generate that QR code. So if you were creating marketing materials and you wanted that QR code, there it is. Okay. And all you'd have to do is say download. Okay. And it's going to download that QR code for you so you can upload it onto marketing materials. Let's see here. Create a property detail report, access property details, view visual tour, photo slideshow, view your listing on your single property website. Here you go. It's created a website for you. Okay, these are all things that not only can you use to promote your listings once you have active listings, but these are things that you can use to help sell yourself during listing appointments as well. Okay, and if you don't have an active listing that you could show somebody if you're walking into a listing appointment, talk with one of the other agents in our office and say, hey, can I get the link for your single property website? And most agents in our office are probably gonna be like, what are you talking about? Okay, they don't know this exists because they don't show up for the trainings and they don't go in here and play around with this. But this is free. Okay, super simple. And if we hit the contact button, look, it takes us right over to Shannon's information there. Okay. So and then you could schedule a showing. This is going to go straight into your database and you're going to get a notification for that. Okay, property details, property description. You can view the images, right? So super cool property website there. So we just went to our active listing. We went to promote your listings and then view a single property website. You can view the listing on your agent website, right? This would also be a good way to, if you were going to share it on social media and you wanted a link. Now, remember, we don't want to put the link in the post or description or whatever, or your post main block of information. You would want to put this link in the comments section, because the second you put a link in your actual post, The social media sites are going to bury that because they don't want you taking people away from their site. But you can throw it in the first comments, okay? And then this will capture those leads for you so that as people want more information, they click on it, it will take them to your website. All right. The other thing that we have here is you can view the listing on your agent website. So we're going to hit view. This is going to take to her personal website. The nice thing about this is that if you shared it with this website and then people decided they wanted to search more properties, it keeps them on your website. Okay. Super cool there. And if we just click the create your free account, right? That's what it's going to prompt people on your website. It will capture that information. We can click the share listing here. You can copy and paste the link from the top. Here's that link. We can, right, just copy it up. We're going to hit share. I think that copies it. Oh, here you can share it there, but we could just come back and highlight, copy that, and then we can share that link there. That just goes to your website. Okay, so keep that in mind. Oops. We're going to go back. If we want to share this specific listing, we would just want to come up here and copy from the address bar, copy that address and share that address. Okay. So there's your options there. See, and I didn't even have to go like search for that listing and then view listing on company website. That's going to be like our Realty One Group Fox website. If there's a photo slideshow, you can view that. We just select that and go view. We're going to click that we're not a robot. There's the photo slideshow. So if you wanted to share, somebody's like, "Ooh, can I get more details on this?" You could send them that and then send them a link to this photo slideshow so they can see all the photos. I think you have to have a visual tour set up. So this one doesn't have one. Property details, create a property detail report. Okay, here's that. You can send it to specific contacts. So if you had contact, oh, she doesn't have anybody in her database. So if you had people in your database, she uses a different one. You could do that here. And it would share this listing with whoever was asking for information. Oops. Yes. Okay, we generated that. Here's your custom flyer that's going to take you over. Again, share your listing on social media. Uh-oh. I was trying to close Windows down. It didn't like me though. Oh, probably because I thought it popped up a little window, but maybe not. Let's try reloading. Oh, there we go. You can share directly on Facebook. Oh, sorry, I hit the refresh button already. But again, I wouldn't do that because when we take it from this third-party site to share it onto your social media, it's going to um it's going to the social media is going to bury it because it doesn't like you sharing it to third-party sites. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have? The booster listing with HomeSpotter. Again, there's a fee with that. But keep in mind too that you can go in here and mess around with this and play with it. It's not going to charge you for anything without your consent. So you could be like, "What's that?" and go in there and play around with it, and then just don't, hit the purchase button at the end. So here's the home spotter, and you may decide that some of these might be worth it. Like maybe it's worth trying this, especially if you've got a listing that, isn't selling, or maybe you want to use this, right? Here's create your first campaign. There's a little video where it will walk you through what that looks like. This just automates some of the marketing for you. And again, if you're going in to a listing appointment, maybe you're going to spend a little bit on this, but maybe that's worth it to help you achieve that listing, because we have to sell our value, right? It's all about what we have to offer to potential sellers. So all of these are tools that you could have that are going to help you justify what your value is and what the commission is that you're asking for, and what you're going to do to get them started. So listing promotion ads start at $69. Okay, they're supposed to make it easy. Here's this listing details. How many ad views do you want? You could upgrade to a video. You're going to enter in. So for this one, for somewhere between 4,500 and 10,000 views, it's 139. We could probably reduce this down. It's going to drop that. So 2,300 to 5,000 views is going to be $69. If you automate, you can save. So here it would run those for you, but it's going to post those already. You can target up to 5 areas at once. Okay. So there's the Facebook. Here's the web. It's going to share that on different websites on the web. So that would be beneficial, right? Or you've got a landing page. So this is where, once they clicked on it, this is where it would take them for the request information. Okay. So just something kind of neat that you can utilize. It might be worth trying. So again, that was boost the listing with HomeSpotter. And then there's also a promote your listing with Realforce. So let's check out that one. And again, maybe it doesn't, but it might help you win a listing. Being able to say, hey, we promote this on we have a program that allows us to promote it not just on social media, but also on regular websites. It gives it a landing page that people can click on more information, and it puts it in front of people that might be looking to buy a house similar to yours, right? We can put it in front of maybe your ad budget that you've calculated in for the commission that you're asking for is up to those 10,000 views. Like we can get it in front of 10,000 people on social media for you as part of our listing package, right? That's part of our marketing and promotion. So that might be something that helps you. Or again, if you're stuck, you've got a listing that's kind of stagnant, it's not moving, it might be worth trying to see if it gets you more things. Here's what program would you like to run? Again, this is on Realforce. Do you want it for sale? Do you want an open house? Are we doing a price improvement? So if I'm like, hey, we did a price improvement, we're going to hit continue. All right, image packages, we're going to turn that on. Here's where it's going to promote it on Meta. I would assume that even though these are third party, that maybe it's going to get viewed. Those are the little ads that you're seeing on the side of the page for the most part. Here's what it looks like on Google. And you can edit those. The standard is buyers on Facebook and Instagram for $49. It runs for 7 days. It reaches about 2,400 people. You've got $99, puts you across all major digital channels. The reach is 7,400. Or premium gets you up to 10,000. And this is going to go all major digital channels. Expose yourself to buyers and sellers searching for properties in the area. So just a couple things. That's $200. So these are just some things that you have available. I'm not necessarily recommending this, but it might be worth trying. I'm all about free 99, so I would probably already try to do it without. If you had a video, you could upload that video here, and then you could promote it with a video instead of photos. Okay, so these are just some options, right, that you have available to you. That's going to push it out there for you. I feel like the difference between plus and premium is premium's getting you in front of potential buyers, not just the property, where this is more property focused. Okay. So there's kind of your options there. So again, we have the marketing, the APM marketing inside of the print center where it's automated. It's going to create those materials for you. You can have template files and folders inside of your OneDesign to promote your listings to make it really easy just to import that listing information over, get it ready to go out, download those flyers, send out postcards. And then you've got OneSuite, promote your listings. You've got a bunch of options in here as well as your single property website. You've got the link to you can view the listing on your property website, so you can share that link. You can have the visual tour, the property detailed report, generate that QR code. And then if you want to explore some of these other marketing options, you have those directly from here, as well as you can go from here to OneDesign or from here into the print center. Any questions about utilizing the tech that we have available to promote your listings? All right, fabulous. Coming up later this week, tomorrow, we have drive leads to your database using your OneSuite website. So we're going to talk about your website that you have available here, how to create it, utilize it, edit it. And then let's see here. That's all we have this week. Next week, stay tuned because we're supposed to be talking about automating seller communication with ListTrack on Monday and marketing with style using Print Center and Xpress Docs. Okay, so we're going to dive into those a little bit more. However, right now I have jury duty on Monday. I'm supposed to show up at 7:45. I'm hoping most of the time up here the cases get settled outside of court. So I'm hoping when I log in and create and check again that I'll be dismissed. But if not, we'll post a message come Friday if I'm supposed to show up for jury duty on Monday. So stay tuned for that. It'll be in the foxhole. And then if we do that, I'll probably reschedule those. I still have to do the market reports for your database. We'll reschedule that one as well. So just stay tuned for that. I'm sorry for the fluctuations. It's a pain for me. I don't want to go to jury duty. I'd rather stay home. I think I'm going to get dismissed anyways because I've got family members in law enforcement. So they don't want me there. So anyways, that's what we've got going on the next couple days. We'll see you tomorrow, same place, same link, and we'll dive deeper into using Print Center and Xpress Docs and those kind of some of those tools that we talked about today outside of the listings, what else you have in there to promote yourself. All right. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome.